Monique has just gone on Club Shay, and just like Cat Williams, she has done the same thing and has followed in his footsteps by calling people out. Some of the people that she has called out have been Tyler Perry, D.L. Hughley, Tiffany Haddish, and of course, Oprah Winfrey. Let's make some noise. Just kidding. Not sure if we want to make some noise on that, but like I said before in previous videos, it definitely appears that people are calling Oprah out, and it has been happening time and time again. A lot of people like Shay are asking, why did they blackball you or blacklist you, whatever the terminology is, but not do it to Taraji? And I believe that maybe it's because of timing. But let's go and pull up some of these clips.
Now, you know when Cat Williams said gatekeepers?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart, when he first comes on, he says, you're like my mother, you're like my aunt, you're like my sister.
Okay, so this part right here is basically, she talks about how she went on a Kevin Hart podcast. And, I don't want to play the whole thing because I don't want to get the video flagged. Like, people always like, oh, just play the video. Sometimes we cannot play the video because of copyright. Basically, she's explaining right here that she went on Kevin Hart's podcast. He looked out for her. She needed help with some money, and then he helped her. But then I think later on, he just kind of ghosted her, and she didn't understand why or why that was happening. And I mean, this whole interview session is dope, but there were definitely parts of this interview where it felt like a therapy session. It didn't feel like an interview at some points. But let's see if we can get to the good parts, especially the parts where she called out all the other comedians, especially D.L. Hughley, who I think already had a response for her.
He said, Mo, that's a miscommunication. I can tell you right now. I said, wait a minute. Don't worry about it. I'm telling you right now, it's a miscommunication. That was 2 years ago. If you talk to him, I talk to him. I've never talked back to Kevin Hart again. So that's what we're faced with. When you allow somebody to come in between a relationship with a woman that you said, I'm like your mother.
Yeah, shots fired, man. Shots being fired. And I guess that's just what we doing now. I guess Club Shay is the place for black people that feel like they've been done wrong to get their shit off. You know what I'm saying? That's what it seems like.
Be accountable. And for
you want Tyler Perry to say what he said on that tape. You want him to say that publicly.
And he cost my family millions.
Yeah, this is the good part right here where she gets into Tyler Perry costing her family millions. And she's saying, hey, Tyler Perry, I need to be compensated for the time you made me lose.
And you want to be compensated?
Yes. I want to be very clear about that. If someone cost you millions, do you want that back?
Absolutely.
And he cost my family millions.
And you want to be compensated?
Yes. I want to be very clear about that. If someone cost you millions, do you want that back?
Absolutely.
So I'm no different than you,
right.
Especially when I've done nothing wrong,
right.
Especially when you've admitted that you've lied,
okay.
Especially when you've admitted that you started a rumor. Yes,
damn,
you need to compensate me and my family.
For Oprah.
For Oprah Winfrey, you owe me an apology.
Whoa.
See, Shannon, Oprah and I had
She about to get it in right here, man. She about to get it in.
You owe me an apology. See, Shannon, Oprah and I had a private conversation about our mothers.
It's almost like the way people talk about Oprah lately is that they make her sound like a slave master. Like the black people that are actually selling the slaves to other slave masters, to the white slave masters. I mean, it's just crazy when you really think about it, how it sounds like she's just, now I don't know Oprah personally, so don't quote me on this. I'm just saying from what I am hearing in these interviews, a lot of people calling you out, Oprah, to where you even had to speak about it, I believe, at the Golden Globe Awards. But she didn't really address it. You know what I'm saying? She just kind of said, I don't know why these things are happening.
Gonna stop that.
Right.
I am very proud of what you've accomplished in your life. Mm-hmm. We respect everybody,
right, but
we over-respect no one. And Oprah Winfrey walks around like, I can't be checked. Right. So if you talk to your camera, I'm going to talk to my camera and see how they split the screen. And we're going to invite them at the same time. You talk to them first.
Tyler.
So, yeah, I mean, basically right there, she just put Oprah on serious blast to where I wonder if Oprah is going to address this. Shannon Sharpe even jokes around saying that none of these people are going to come on the show now, or Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, they ain't coming back now because of y'all. Kevin Hart, I could see him not coming back because he's already just, man, he's a superstar. He don't need to really address that. Just let it be. But for Oprah, I don't know, man. I feel like if she went on Shannon Sharpe, that would be big. Not only obviously for Shannon Sharpe, it would be big for him, but I think it would be big for Oprah's character for her to go and speak on what is going on. And possibly Shannon Sharpe is probably the best platform to do it right now. And, you know, I take some of the things back to myself, like Charlemagne. Not like Charlemagne, but I take some of the things back to myself where I said with the Usher interview, I mean, even though that interview was boring, Shannon definitely did a much better job with this interview. So I don't know. Maybe people were in his ear. Maybe he heard this video.
Tyler Perry, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. When they gonna pay that kind of money? No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. And if you just go and promote it, I said, listen, brother, you can pay me to promote it. Because at the time, now him and Oprah are producers on the film.
Right.
I said, you can pay me to do it. I don't care where the check come from, but y'all just gotta pay me to do it. He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free. But you gave T.D. Jakes a check for $1 million, but that's another story, and I'm back. Mm-hmm. So when he then says that, it's like, listen, we both mutually agree. You don't give out free money, I don't work for free. Service. We hugged, Shannon. When we were done talking, we hugged. Do you hear me?
Yes.
We hugged like brother and sister, like it's cool, he understands.
Right.
You just keep going and we'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. We'll get him the next time. And the next time never comes. And then you see our sister, broken, sitting on those platforms. Now, when I said it,
why didn't it get the traction when you said it that when she said it? Now all of a sudden everybody is coming, and I don't have a problem. I'm glad.
Yes.
But if you said this a decade ago, and I remember you saying it over a decade ago, why didn't it get the traction? Why didn't it get the support? Why wasn't it propped up when Monique said it?
I think there's a few reasons why. Number one, it was the messenger. I should just be grateful I got invited to the party. You a big, fat black woman. How dare you be the one? And then on top of that, you're saying names. You're saying Oprah's name out loud. You're saying Tyler's name out loud. You're saying Lee's name out loud. You're saying Lionsgate out loud. That's not what we do. We say they. We
calling out the Illuminati.
Say the people. We say the studio. We say the producers. How dare you actually say our heroes' names?
You're very specific.
These are our heroes. How could you say their names out loud? Because they're the ones that did it. And if I don't say it out loud, now you see a woman that is swallowing that pain, that is so stressed out. Then you see our sister Taraji P. Henson sit on that platform. And I love that baby because she's a beautiful spirit. But to see her that broken, what our community was saying was, we have a hard time, some of us, black man would stand with his black woman. So when you hear black women saying we're the most undervalued, disrespected, underserved, mistreated, violated, exploited, we get all of that. Then you see a black man standing with his black woman saying, not on my watch. And you hear some black men saying, why her husband gotta be there? We're in a sad state of affairs when we begin to question black love and black unity. So they didn't want to hear me, some of them.
Talking about what's going on in the black culture, what's going on in black society. It made me really go back to and rethink things, like how a lot of people were talking about the whole Grammy situation with Killer Mike, Jay-Z, Travis Scott. You know, just to go back on that real quick, it's that a lot of us were having talks on Twitter where we're saying like, yeah, man, if you really think about it, Travis Scott's music says absolutely nothing in it. You know, even Joe Budden was just talking about this, right? Which we'll get into later. And it's just like, yo, man, it's cool music to party to, but that's all his music is for. And that's great. That's probably what he's making his music for. But don't compare that music to some of the greatest rap platforms that actually had a message. And my reason to bring this up next to the Monique point is that she's talking about like especially in black culture, it's like we ain't got no unity. We don't really come together for things. We don't really support and help each other. It's just a lot of meaningless, mindless things.
I'm not going to say, I don't want to say their name because I might get in trouble. I'm going to say all of it.
Right.
We keep throwing each other under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine, and I'm assuming the journalist was a white person. And the conversation turned to Monique. And she said, well, I don't do business like Monique do business, and I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers.
Damn.
But she don't know your husband.
And when I saw that, it's like, Tiffany, if you had a husband like mine, you may not have 2 DUIs. Under the bus. You're doing an interview with GQ magazine.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
This before, and I've said it a few times on this radio. When it comes to that point, Monique was right. I should have minded my black-owned business, okay? And she's right when she speaks on the power of the microphone.
Okay, so right there, Charlamagne just admits it. It's like, yo, man, do you get the donkey of the day for claiming that somebody else is the donkey of the day? I mean, just for that alone, you should get the donkey of the day for that. Man, how many times are we going to keep hearing about the Breakfast Club spreading misinformation? I told you all this, man. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all don't want to listen. Y'all want to say, what? You tripping. They ain't psyops. Yo. People was trying to clown for us bringing up academics, saying that, hey, man, you know, I don't hear no other people talking about the Ben Shapiro rap song on other platforms, on black platforms. Academics, all these other cats, Charlamagne, they ain't talking about that. But they definitely talking about Joe Rogan getting the 200 million, right? What's the difference between that? Joe Rogan made Ben Shapiro famous.
And she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that.
Tyler, Oprah, I would greatly appreciate it if you two guys would come on Club Shay. We sit down, we have a conversation. This is not an interview. This is not hard hitting. I want you to tell your truth. Miss Oprah, Tyler, tell your truth, and we can get to the bottom of this because, hey, we got an icon here sitting on this couch, and she's hurting.
Damn.
Oprah and Tyler, I want to say I appreciate my brother Shannon.
She really came on this interview asking for money. I'm not mad at her though. Hey, get it whichever way you can get it. But she literally went on this interview that's got just came out, not even, it's only been out for a day and it's already at 4 million. Probably going to be 5 million real quick the way it looks like it's moving. She basically went on this interview asking for money. And you know that Oprah and Tyler Perry seen this already.
Shaw for saying what he just said. And I want to clear something up. I'm not hurt personally. I'm hurt for our community. I'm hurt that y'all would allow yourselves to sit in something that you know that you've done wrong and not say anything. That helps us not. So Brother Shay have said, y'all come on the sofa. Oprah, this liquor is good. Okay, and I understand you like cranberry and vodka. Okay, Roosevelt Cartwright told me you drink that you like. And you know, he told me some other things with the drink that you like. Come on, Uncle Shay. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah. We'll see how this pans out. But yeah, shots fired. Shots fired.